My name is Ruba and I tell stories. I wrote my first story when I was 13, my first novel when I was 16. At 22, I decided to make movies. Everyone around me thought I was crazy. I didn't care. I saved enough money to go to NYU Tisch summer program. It changed my life. 6 weeks in New York, broke and alone, I thrived. I came back to Toronto and made my first film, Lost Women's Story. I poured every cent I had into it. I ended up homeless, and my future husband's parents took me in. Thank you. I got a job at Ontario Hydro to fund my obsession. I went on to make 4 more short films. Why Black and White? Why So Gritty? Why Muslim Women? 1997, every festival in Canada rejected them. It didn't matter. I had stories to tell. I told stories to connect to others so I wouldn't feel so alone. After months of rejection, I had a film accepted by the Rotterdam Film Festival. When I told them I had 4 more, they offered me a retrospective. They had assumed I was a 50-year-old European man, not a 24-year-old Arab woman. Within weeks, I was invited to the most prestigious film festivals in Europe. Although my films were acclaimed, I returned home a nobody. I continued to work, scratch, and climb. I wrote a script for the beautiful Arsene Kanjian and asked her husband to pass it to her. Her husband, the amazing Atta Magoyan, became my mentor. I poured my heart into Sabah, and it put me on the map. I then, while I was traveling with Sabah, broke and worried about what I was going to do next. Once you're homeless, you never want to go back. I wrote a new feature. Atom put me in touch with Christine Vachon and Danny Iron, and all of us made the beautiful Cairo Time with the impossibly amazing Patricia Clarkson. I kept climbing. I had a series I was developing with HBO called Elizabeth. I kept climbing. Then in 2015, my life was appended. In a split second, my marriage was over, and I had to find a way to take care of myself and my 11-month-old child. I had to put my dreams on hold. To make a living, I became an episodic TV director. I was no longer allowed to tell my own stories. I endured 10 years of ups and downs. The reality is, it's not a job that women are welcome into. About 3 years ago, I was on a series with a fellow writer, and one evening, I had an epiphany. I told him my daughter had discovered my movie, Cairo Time, and that she said she was dazzled by my ability to create something out of nothing. I realized I still had stories to tell. John and I joined forces and wrote a series called Morocco, a beautiful love story, the heart of who I am, a story I want to tell. And in that instant, I was back. For the last few years, we've been trying to get our projects made, but the industry is in disarray. So I decided to build my own world where my stories could be told directly to the people who want to hear them. To you. Storyteller by Ruba.